Okay, big man, you're up. Shove a big piece of cracker in your mouth.
Why is your picture frozen, man?
I don't know. I don't know
I
what's
don't want
going
to
on.
look at that picture of you.
What picture? There's
See how you
nothing.
look. See how you look to me.
See how you look to me. There's nothing. It's a black screen on my end.
I've got a frozen picture of you with your palm on your cheek.
My palm on my cheek.
Like, trying to look like a 10-year-old girl. I don't get it.
Well, sorry. It's not working. You made me hit record. So that's what you get.
I'm going to close my picture then, too. You can't see me, right?
Just leave yourself on, you maniac.
What were you going to say? Moron?
I would never.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this during the day?
Because I don't want to do it tonight.
So
I thought for sure I was going to get a message from you yesterday. I'm so glad you didn't, because I didn't sleep all day after coming off of work. So I was in a delirious state.
You were in a delirious state. That was a good idea then. Work all night and then stay up the next day. But of course, those of us who work with you know the real story and don't actually feel bad about it, because I think you got plenty.
No,
anyways, we're live again. We're live on YouTube. I guess my picture isn't working. Apologies for that. Joe is live. You can watch him eat live. That's happening. Look at how much he shoves in at once. Yet he must keep his lips closed as he chews. And that's why you see this menagerie happening with his face. So let's say hi to Chris Roberts has popped in, and our executive technical advisor to STCPod, Lotus Stark, my friend, has stopped in too. While he's at work.
Hey, I told you, we're just talking.
What does that have to do with giving gratitude to people who have
stopped in? How do you like, you happy the kids are back to school?
Well,
I'm asking you, not anyone else.
It was a snow day, so I don't know. We had a snow day yesterday because of threat of weather. Yeah.
Wait, so there wasn't snow?
There was snow late in the afternoon, but I mean, it was super weird. They canceled things.
Your school's run by a bunch of pussies.
At 6 a.m. for an afternoon thing. Well,
fuck it. My kids are still going to school because I got better things to do than stay home and watch them.
You've never stayed home to watch them.
Here's my kids' daycare. Take care of them for the day so I can do what I want. Because school's back on. It's time for teachers to get paid to watch my kids.
The schools are still open if you want to take them.
Take them. They're not staying home. First day back to school is my first day of doing back to my routine of going to the gym, taking the aggression out, playing some games during the day. Unfortunately, first day back, we already got homework as parents to help my son do a project that he has to present to the class next week. So that's their way of getting back at the parents. You're sending your kids back to us. We're sending homework back to you.
Well, I think they're supposed to work on it themselves. You're not supposed to do it. Did you know that?
They need help with this because it's...
I can imagine your parents did all your projects for you when you were a kid, but...
No, I did it all, man.
Really?
It was different back then.
Okay, what's the project? Favorite animal?
No, he's got...
country.
Paper towel roll, and he's supposed to use that as a base, but you can go and buy other stuff and add that to it to make it into some sort of product that he has to present to the class, and then have them, and then try and convince them that it's something that they would want to buy. So He's doing like a, I don't know what you call it, but one of those things that has lights inside of it with designs cut out on the tube, and then it spins and then it throws pictures up on the wall.
On the wall? I was going to say a kaleidoscope, but
No.
So it's like a projection kaleidoscope. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like a light that, you know, the kids have it sometimes. It's like a light on the table beside their bed, and you turn it on at nighttime and it shows like, you know, whatever designs are engraved into it on the walls or ceilings, and spins in a circle. So still not done that.
Well, if your son has the big ambition to make something that complicated, surely he should be doing it on his own, not having you do it.
Because he's not engineer. He doesn't have the engineering expertise to figure out how to make a rotating base on it.
Then how did he choose such a complicated thing on his own? See, I think this is one of those things where the parents come up with the big plan, the parents build the entire thing, and the parents basically send the kid to school with whatever they made. And then all the other kids that made their own thing with their own brains look like dummies because they didn't have their parents do it for them. I think it's one of those things.
All the parents will be helping. You know what this kind of project is going to be like.
No, you see, it's for the kids to actually use their creativity, ingenuity, and come up with something on their own and figure out how to build it. That's the whole point.
He can't do certain things with it. What's he going to do with a freaking tube?
Hey, there's going to be kids who have tried to do it on their own and are just going to show up with a tube and they're going to, I got this far and this is what it is. And then Joe's going to show up with his PVC bejeweled in gold and ivory. And the kid's going, my dad gave me this to show. I don't know what it does.
No, he's got to build it,
Timmy.
He's got to build it in class too. And then he has to do a marketing page for it and present that as well. All the building has to be done at school.
This sounds
choking.
This is way advanced for.
What
grade is this? Grade 2?
Grade 3.
Shove more in at once. It works better. Grade 3 should be the grade 3. Yeah, that's like
grade
you're
3
picking animal.
Don't bother me because I got better things to do.
Let's do a presentation on an animal.
I'll help him with math, reading, all that stuff I like doing. Enough with these stupid projects. Can't wait till he has to start doing oral presentations with speeches. Fucking stupid. One cool thing though, he's got an iPad, and it's like some kind of program on it that's math related. So he has to do. It's like I don't want you posting pictures up there, Bill.
I'm not posting anything.
I told you, it's just you and me talking. Take that down.
It is you and me.
Take that down. And I lost my train of thought because you put that thing up.
Oh, boss.
Oh yeah, it's like a RPG math program that the kids have. They log into on their iPads and do it. So they'll pick an attack and then they have to answer a related math question that they're going through at school at the moment. So that's kind of fun.
Is there anything else I'm allowed to do? Let me know.
No, just fucking talk. I told you, I don't want other people on this thing.
Why is that?
Because.
Half a banana at once. You were so energized when we first did this. Get caller coming in, give us a subject to talk about. Well, I'm still working through The Witcher on Netflix, and you surprised me and said you watched it all
I
already.
told you during the last show that I watched it.
That didn't happen. You did not. And I find it incredibly difficult to believe you got through it all.
I did. It was as painful as reading the short stories in the book.
What short stories and book?
Where do you think it originated from?
A video game?
No. Where do you think the video game originated from?
Oh, so you read
It was
books?
a foreign book done in a short story form. And I actually read the half of it and wasted my time until I threw the book out, which I never throw books away. That one I threw out the car window when I was driving. I said, fuck it.
Because you're reading while you're driving?
No, this is in the front seat with me. So I hope someone runs over this book. Would have wasted my time.
I mean, I like the show. I need someone to explain to me what happened after every episode.
And that's how
They're
the book
talking
was.
in such hushed tones and saying all these names of places and things I'm apparently supposed to remember. I can't. It's like
supposed to care about.
So, but I don't know. I'm still liking it. I like the look of it. I can kind of cobble together what's happening non-linearly and like to see how it all comes together. I still don't know the reasons of certain things happening because some people look alike and their names are alike and we're going through different timelines. I assume they're converging, and
it's a low budget.
I don't think it's low budge. I think it looks pretty good.
Finish. It's low. Okay. It's a low budget Game of Thrones, is what it is. You should try reading that book. Blow your brains out.
No, I think it's fine. I just need someone to explain to me all the names. Yeah.
Did someone explain the names of Game of Thrones to you?
You know, sometimes that's necessary, right? You had to go back and see a family tree or something to figure out who they were talking about. That was
because of the timeline based between the release of each season of Game of Thrones. You forgot what sometimes happened last season or the season before. You're watching this on a streaming service back to back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And another reason you probably need to explain is because none of the characters are appealing enough to actually make you want to care about them.
They are appealing. That one broad. Woof. Man, oh. Holy mackerel. Yennefer.
I can't see you right now.
Yennefer. Wowzers. Oh my God. What a body. What a body.
I liked her before she went under the transformation.
And she's got it, man. She commands the screen when she's in the frame. She's got it. She smolders. She's good. And then it's taken a while to get, you know, what's his face? Superman's face out of my head instead of seeing the character. But it's okay. I did once the second season of Lost in Space happened early in January or the end of December, and I stopped where I was in The Witcher and jumped right into that and plowed through that whole season.
I'm actually on the first season of that right now.
Oh, it's great.
I saw it when it first came out. I don't know how I saw it because I didn't have Netflix.
I'm surprised. You had Netflix last year.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't watch Lost in Space on it.
I'm surprised you're going through it because it's certainly not dark and ominous and devoid of humor and love. So
what does that mean?
I think we all know
it's a family show. It's a completely different atmosphere. It's not the same atmosphere as like Christopher Nolan's Batman. It's got stupid kids in it, so it can't be all dark and gloomy.
Yeah, which is that's my point, is why I'm surprised you're going through it.
There's a robot or whatever that life form is. We don't know yet. I don't know yet. The only paid character I can't stand, it's got my nemesis Parker Posey in it. I never could stand her, even back when she first started acting. The darling of the indie scene.
Yeah, I always
Fuck
love
her.
Parker Posey, but
Of course
she's hard to like in this series for sure. But
No, she plays the character good. I just never liked her past roles or how she looks as a person. So that's why I wish they had picked someone else. I never said she can't act. It's just she's never ever done it for me. Something just turns me off.
well, that she's just showing how great a performer
Don't
she
stand
is.
up for her. Why are you standing up for her?
Why? Because I'm loud. I hate the character, and I hate how she can
That means she's doing it right, though.
That's right. That's what I'm trying to say. And you're saying you hate her, even though you're admitting she's doing a great job.
I never liked her roles that she's chosen in the past.
Oh, I always loved Parker Posey. She's my favorite.
That's weird.
Yeah, she's great, man. Love Parker Posey.
I know, because I don't like her. That's why.
What's not to like?
If I loved her off, you'd be like, meh, she can't act. Everybody knows how you think. I forget where I'm at on the show, though. It's
I like because they push science like way to the forefront. You know, it's about exploration. It's about science.
They had the snakes in the water. They were eating the fuel from the ship. And the ship was collapsing or being crushed under the glacial ice flow that it landed on. So they had to get the engines going before they were completely out of fuel to escape the ice cavern they were in. I remember they did that, and then the ship crash landed again at some other part on the planet. And I think that's where I left off at. So I think that's like episode 5 or 6. And then I stopped there because I went back and started watching BBC's Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch. So I'm on season 3, episode 2 right now. I think there's only 4 seasons.
I thought, is it still going on?
No.
Man, that tastes good.
No, it stunk of sparkling blueberry pomegranate water.
Yeah, and you feel that if someone else was on this broadcast with you, you wouldn't be able to do that.
No, I just don't want to talk to anybody. But you need the attention, which is why you always want to talk to people.
I like the idea of having this platform that's live and in the moment where
because you want the attention,
where we can be a little bit more like a radio show and have callers call in. That's the whole point.
If there's anybody watching now, everybody give Bill attention.
Why does Howard Stern take callers?
I don't care. How about that?
That's not an answer.
Yeah. My answer is I don't care. You know what I did watch? I guess it was on the weekend. And I think you've seen it. And I never wanted to see it because I couldn't stand how the stupid girl looked. But Battle Angel Alita. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I saw it was on. I watched it again. That was for the second time.
I actually liked it. She grew on me. And I remember I saw her once. It was on an award show, I think, or something, of how she looks in real life. I couldn't remember if she's good looking or not. I don't think she is. I'll look that up now.
You're going to look up if she's good looking or not.
Battle Angel. Well, she had a good body, but I think she was like...
Why don't you look up something important like, is it getting
This is
its
important. If she's going to... If a chick is good looking, that is important.
Well, I need to know if it's having a sequel. That's important.
Images.
Maybe you should put your masturbation blind over your camera while you look at this.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Oh.
I don't know
No,
why
she's
my
not-
camera's not working.
She's not good looking. At least in that picture, she's got the short hair. This is long hair. What's her name? Melanie Mack. All right, let's look up Melanie Mack.
Yeah, this is great. I'm compelled by this.
Good. I'm the only thing that matters.
That's the problem. You believe that in your mind wholly without any. Well, I got my camera here. Something's going on.
No, she's not good looking.
Logitech HP.
Is this her? I gotta go to IMDb because I can't trust Google searches.
Oh my God. This is so interesting.
To who?
What am I hearing?
What? Don't worry about what's going on here.
But I am worried. You're the one that pulled a daytime record for some reason.
Yeah, because at night I just want to relax.
Yeah, I've been asking you to do daytime records for the last 2 years.
I can't find her. All right, I don't care anymore.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a better picture of you.
What is?
Dot. Fucking dot.
Yeah? Do you like that?
I do, actually.
Good. I can't even get anything going now. Well, I did see that midway through January on Netflix, the show I watched last year is finally coming back. That's the British show called Sex Education.
No, I didn't start watching that.
And I love it, man. It's set in some rural town in Wales. The location is awesome. The buildings are cool.
Are you
Actors
pretending it's
great.
Picton? Are you?
No, it doesn't resemble Picton at all because it's like heavily wooded hills and valleys of Wales. It's scary, as I now have a 16-year-old, 2 girls, one's a 16-year-old, and these kids in this show are like late high schoolers, senior high schoolers, and they're getting into all kinds of business, which is all kinds of scary. But I really enjoyed it. It's coming back in the middle of January. So if you haven't seen that yet, get on last season and get that going. Just watch the first episode. I bet you'll like it. I bet you will.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk to anyone else. Boss said,
No.
I'm going to have a paltry pantyhose tearing fiesta anger tantrum if anything shows up on the screen, including a comment.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get into fucking Nest Alarm is doing a test.
The Nest Alarm? What? What's a Nest Alarm?
Nest Protect is done with the sound check.
Nest Protect.
I don't know
What
what
is
it
that?
is. I don't know. My Nest stuff in the house.
Yeah. Did they do home security too?
I don't know. I think it's just a smoke detector. Carbon monoxide does a manual test. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
I've been keeping my eye open for those. They haven't gone on sale enough for me. I got to buy 3 of them. So I think the cheapest they went was $150 or something. No.
That's what we bought ours for.
$130 they went for. So to get 3 of them is like, oof. At home.
I think we bought 2. 2? 3. No, we bought 3.
Mm-hmm.
But they were $150 on sale way back when we bought it.
So you got the wired ones though, right?
Yeah, they're Yeah, they went where the previous smoke detectors were. So they're hardwired.
Yeah, mine are wired like that. And again, I probably asked you this before, but mine currently, like all floors communicate with each other. Will they still do that if I switch to the Nest one?
The Nest ones will communicate to each other. And then you got the app on the phone that tells you what everything does or what they're doing. Like I just got notifications saying a test will be done shortly. And yeah, you just add it to your Nest. You got a Nest app on your phone right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just add them to it. Stupid thing. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass. So.
Well, speaking of technology, I do have an update regarding the big kid's birthday present. I don't think we talked about it last week, did we?
I know about it. You talk about it on the show, though.
So last we talked, the kid got a laptop, which was not a Mac product. And she wasn't happy. And then we went shopping to return it for other laptops that aren't Macs because I was steadfast in not wasting my money for something with a third of the power for more of the price. And nothing sought her fancy. These kids nowadays, let me tell you. Like one laptop, the font on the keys was not cool. She's like, look how big the letters are on these keystrokes right here. That is so stupid. There's no way I can look at that. Okay. You know, when I was, I had a VIC 20. I didn't care what the fonts were. And then when I got older, all of our computers were beige. They were beige. Beige computers. So we went back, didn't pick anything up. Powered up. I tried to power up the thing I got her, which was this Powerhouse laptop. Okay. It's a gaming laptop. So right there, that is a big turn off to any teenage girl. It's like, look, the ASDW keys are highlighted on this thing. How am I supposed to be seen in public with such a thing? Would you not be proud that your computer is powerful enough to run? Yeah. Anyways, granted, I will say the computer was bigger for a laptop, was heavier, and had a bigger AC chunk because it was such a powerhouse. So that was a drawback. So I had to, put that into my head a little bit. And I knew that going in. And then we had our show, and our chief technical advisor, Lotus Start, talked a lot of Mac business to me. And it must have stuck in my head because me and the kid had continued dialogue on the subject. And she put forth that she would pay for any discrepancy between the return price of her laptop and the price of a MacBook Air, which is a piece of crap. But anyways, that's what she wanted. And I let Lotus's words sink in a little bit that the MacBook Air actually wasn't a piece of crap and was still a beautiful piece of technology. So we went back out again and we're looking around. We returned the thing that went back to where I got it. Shockingly, they didn't even open the box to check if I brought back a computer. They just put the money back on my Visa card instantly. I'm like, damn, I should have kept some stuff in that box. And then we went, there was like a major.
Buy it from?
I bought it from the source. And I was worried that they wouldn't even, like, there's computer places are weird, right? They're like, okay, you can turn it on, but if you log into anything, then we can't take a return. There's all these little weird rules, right? If it's on for more than 2.5 hours, we can't take a return on it. Or if this seal is broken. So I was concerned, but they didn't even check the box. They just gave me my return. There's an Apple reseller in this mall we were at too. We don't have an actual Apple store, but we have like a premium reseller. That's all they sell is Apple stuff. Busy as all get out, of course. And they had this year's Apple Airs, and they still had last year's. Last year's are like $300 cheaper. And the kid was fine getting last year's. And apparently, if you look it up, I guess, some of the specs are actually a little bit better on last year's model. So I was at the same time looking on my phone, and Staples had last year's as well on sale, $50 cheaper than this place. Well, let's go to Staples. She's like, yeah, but it'll save me $50 because it's now her money. So now big savings matter. Before it wouldn't have mattered. No, we just get it here. Now, since it's her money, yeah, $50. Yeah, let's go down the road. So we go there and try to wrangle someone. There's all kinds of red shirts walking around. No one would help us. I'm like, well, maybe I just set my 8-year-old up to start pounding on these computers, see how fast we get someone. I tell the big kid, go to that gaggle of people over there and tell them you need help over here. And this was an example of how being a young person isn't so easy anymore, because she goes over and tries to wrangle someone as politely as possible. And they gave her the big old brush off and gave her the sweetheart. We're all very busy here right now, and we'll be with you when we get a second. And then still no one came. Like wow. You tell them you're about to spend $1,000 in the store. Like, so then I went over. Gruff, got all Joed on them. Said, hey, you guys just blew off my kid. You want to sell a computer or not? Oh my God, we would never do that. Hold on a second. Let me help you. This is the one I want. And their price had already went up on it.
Did you actually say that to them?
Yeah, of course. I went all Joe when Joe's tough talking to Bill.
No.
Talking to Bill. Joe's not that tough talking to anyone else, just Bill. I did that voice, the Joe talking to Bill voice, not Joe talking to anyone else voice. And got them over there. They'd already raised the price because the sale was ending that freaking day. And I said, I need this one. I showed them the website that's on sale. Oh, yeah, that used to be this one. Let me see. I doubt there's any left, because as soon as that went on sale like 3 weeks ago, they were all sold out immediately. I'm like, well, I called up the website again. I said, it says right here, your store is good to go. It's got some. Oh, it does. Well, let me look. He comes back and he's got the only one. I thought maybe this is going to be the display one. And do I want the display one? But it wasn't. It was one in a box, but it had been returned. And it was a Staples certified. They already went through it and certified it was perfectly fine. It had just been returned. So of course so obviously I get a discount on that since it's open box. And you're like, oh no, since it's Apple, there are no discounts. No discounts. It's Apple. You get what you get because you're happy and pleasured by the fact it's Apple. Of course. Oh, I could give you a discount on the help plan or the warranty plan or whatever the hell you call it. I'm like, I'm not buying that, you pricks. Anyways, we looked at the open box and someone had just gotten it and then said, this is stupid, and returned it. The computer, I don't think, was even turned on. The power cord wasn't unwrapped. It was still in factory ties, all that business. So that was good. And that's what we did. I purchased a MacBook Air.
You mean you did what you should have done in the first place?
I relented. I don't think
you admitted you were wrong. You should have done the Apple in the first place. That's what you did. You always got to waste your time first and then realize that you should have done this in the first place. Listen to other people instead of being a stubborn fuck.
I don't think it's a better product. Well constructed, like give them that. Like everything Lotus said was right. It's gorgeous, it's sexy, it's razor thin. However, is it a better product? No, I don't think so. But the kid's happy and she's gonna work off her debt now. She has to carry a load. So
good. She's welcome to the Apple family.
she has to thank. She's got to send Lotus a personal note, I think, because there was no way I would ever allow that. Give that company extra money for their. Ugh. Kind of angry thinking about it now.
Ugh.
But she's happy as a pig in shit, let me tell you. She can carry that thing around anyway. It's like a notebook. It's so thin, like a paper notebook.
Is she bringing it to school?
I don't think she's brought it to school yet, but that's the intention at some point. And I guess there's lots of security built into it.
Yeah, as long as no one takes it.
Yeah, but I think it's like locked up, isn't it? If someone steals it, like you need.
You're still out of computer.
Yeah. But that's on her. And we didn't get no extra Apple Care or any of that garbage. If it's so well built.
No, I've never done that. I've never done that with my products.
It's funny. They can give me a discount on that, but they can't give me a discount on the thing.
Well, I don't think I've ever bought anything that expensive from Staples. I don't trust those smaller stores. Staples and Radio Shack or wherever the fuck you went. What's it called?
The Source.
Source.
That's what they're all into now. They're like Staples is a huge
I don't trust them,
computer store now. They got more computers than anything.
Well, because no one else is buying anything from them. You walk in there, it's a ghost town. I don't know how they're still in business.
Oh, when was the last time you were in there? They're always busy. Their paper mill area is super busy. And
Who's
now
buying paper?
What?
Who's buying paper?
All of their printing stuff. Try to get a print job done from them. You're waiting in line for about a half an hour before you can get to someone. They're busy.
Who's doing a print job? When was the last time you had to do a print job?
Yeah, a month ago.
Really? What was it?
I had a major. I needed 3 bales of.
Stutter and think about a good excuse right now.
When was the last time you had to go do something other than go to the gym?
I've been doing stuff the last 2 days because the bathroom's being renovated, so I've had to deal with the tile store.
Oh my God! Here we go again. There's
no here we're going again.
Are you not happy if you don't have people working for you? Is that the thing? You want to be a manager, so you hire people yourself?
I don't have time to do it right now, so I didn't have a choice.
I've seen your bathrooms. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Go look at my bathrooms. You want to see something needs to be renovated. Guess what? I don't got the money to do that.
Do it yourself.
That costs money.
You don't have to pay yourself to do it.
What? Holy mackerel.
Just get the stuff when it goes on sale. And
what are you doing in the bathroom?
What?
What are you doing in the bathroom?
It's complete rental.
Oh my God. You know how much that costs? Even if you do it yourself. Yeah.
I had to put in a new bathtub, new toilet, new vanity, new counter.
What? Why?
New tiles.
Why? I know for a fact you just put in a new toilet in there when you moved in.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
No, that bathroom didn't have it. No, that bathroom didn't have the new toilet. Because this was my daughter's bathroom we're doing.
Oh, right. This is bathroom number 4, folks. Okay, I can see why that would be so disturbing.
Here we go.
To enter that bathroom.
No, we're just making it into an adult bathroom.
It was an adult bathroom, you crazy mofo. I've been in that bathroom.
No, but it had the small toilet.
No,
so
it didn't.
This is sitting comfort level height. The vanity is going to be raised up to standing height proper, so you don't have to bend over and just to wash your face. The bathtub's been raised up. It's made into an adult.
it wasn't a bathroom for Oompa Loompas. I remember it being normal.
Yeah, but all standard builder stuff is always at a lower height. You want stuff raised up, proper height.
Oh my God.
When you sit, you don't want to be like, your knees shouldn't go past 90 degrees. When you're using the sink, you shouldn't have to bend over past 40 or 90 degrees just to get down to the sink. And the bathtub shouldn't be a low height on the side. It should be raised up.
I'll give you. Can I tell you you're wrong?
No.
Your toilet, I don't like them when they're tall.
I like them when they're tall.
I
That
hate-
way I feel like an adult sitting down. I'm not sitting
No.
on a little kid's toilet.
Your feet shouldn't be dangling off the throne.
They're not dangling.
Yeah, I don't
They're
like
still
it.
touching the ground, dude.
I don't like those where they're so tall. It's just your tippy toes are down there. Their toilets should be lower.
No, they shouldn't.
Why do you think people are buying squatty potties?
Because they're idiots. And why do you think people buy gimmicks?
It's not a gimmick. That is how the body works.
If you got problems taking a shit, then you should be looking at something else other than the positioning of your body when you're sitting on the toilet.
Well, we all can't be feral dogs like
Well,
you.
Change what you're
Environment
eating.
like torpedoes.
Change what you're eating, you fucking fat slobs. Eat some proper food instead of fast food all the time, and your shits will come out normal. That's what it comes down to.
I have no
Or go see a
answer.
doctor. Maybe you're dying inside.
I have no answer because I've seen what you eat throughout the day. And yet you're still able, like a dog, to torpedo these things out in 5 seconds without wiping. He's back in the room.
I always wipe. 2, I don't know why you're keeping track of my duty timings. And 3, I poop like a real man.
Anyways,
It's all right.
You
I'm
don't-
too much of a man. That's all it is.
you don't want a tall throne.
You don't
Do
want a
yourself a
baby
favor,
throne. You don't
keep
want a
it
baby
low.
builder throne. Throw those toilets out.
I don't know where you come up with these ideas.
You're an adult and you got to fucking bend down past 90 degrees.
Yeah, you're supposed to sit like a chair, like a comforting chair.
Yeah.
And yeah, your legs
And
should be at 90. Minimum.
Exactly. Builder toilets aren't like that. They're lower than that.
How your legs are not that tall.
I know they aren't.
There's no way you were sitting on that toilet and your knees were up at your chin.
On a builder toilet, they are.
Yeah, a builder toilet. A builder toilet.
Throw it
You
out.
imagine. I've seen your builder toilets too, by the way. They were high end.
I didn't have any builder toilets except for the one.
Yeah, that's the one you put me in. You go to the builder bathroom. Remember? That's where you sent me. I went, this is luxurious. I can't believe it. My toilets just have a big China stamp on it, and that's it.
That's the one I threw out.
Yours are Kohler or American Standard. Beautiful pieces of
No,
sculpture.
they're normal toilets. I can't afford rich toilets. Doesn't spray my ass or warm up the seat.
So you're doing all this yourself?
No, I don't have time.
You just said you have to do it yourself.
I said you should do it yourself then if you're complaining about it. How much it costs.
Yeah, I can't afford it. You know how much a new tub costs alone?
I just don't have the time or the patience anymore to do it.
Where does the money come from?
Working on the streets at nighttime.
I got to get your job, man. That's all I know.
Suck and pull at nighttime. Whatever it takes.
Man, like I would. No wonder you can't. Your monthly nut has got to be. I'm flabbergasted. So, do you got plumber, a general contractor, and further subcontractors on the bill?
No, I just got the same handy guy we used for previous projects.
General contractor, but he's subcontracting.
No, he does it all.
He does plumbing.
I did the plumbing. I'll be doing the plumbing. That stuff's easy.
But you had a major leak. Is that part of the thing? Is that the reason why the leak happened? Is it Joe Plumbing?
No, it was. It's the feeder pipe. The manufacturers, they make it so thin that sometimes it can crack.
You know what? I was watching, strangely enough, the Tonight Show, and he had the Ask This Old House people on.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever watched the Ask This Old House on the PBS.
Not since. Was that like Bob Vila or something?
Oh yeah, maybe way back in the day.
That's
yeah.
the only time I remember watching.
Oh, it's still good. Yes, check it out. They're always good, and they're always showing cutting edge stuff of home innovation, as well as fixing up old houses too, of course. But he showed this one product where somehow you attach this onto your water main, and it just looked like a dongle or something.
Oh, yeah. It's automatic shut off.
Yeah, there must be a bigger piece of hardware somewhere. But yeah, it somehow detects a leak and will shut off your water main for you. But
yeah, I heard about that. I'm not sure how that would exactly work. Like, how does it detect you leaving a sink running for 5 minutes compared to like a feeder line busting on you for like 2 minutes?
That was my question exactly. But this being the Tonight Show, it was all about the jokes. So we didn't get to find out. But yeah, he snipped like a line that would go to your toilet, and within a 1 minute, takes time to, I don't know, figure out what's going on. Then it shuts off the water for you. Like, how does it know that's not just a faucet open compared to?
Or are you filling up a bathtub kind of thing?
Yeah. This would be a good question for STC.
I guess when you're doing a sink
technical advisor
or a tub, you're using more water, so the flow coming into the house would be greater. Whereas if it's just a snip in the line or a crack in like ours occurred in the part that you actually screw into the toilet.
It's supposed to
you'd have water draining, but it wouldn't be at a fast level, so it would maybe determine that that's a leak and then shut it off.
I don't know. And how hard is this to install? Like, can I install it, or do I have to get a plumber to install that? All he showed was this dongle part, and it was cloud-based for some reason. He said it has to talk to the cloud before it makes the thing.
You're still going to get a leak. It just saves you from having your entire house flooded while you're away on vacation, and you come back and your entire basement's got 4 feet of water in it.
100%. Yeah. I'd like to know how it works, and if I can do it myself, and if it's expensive, and what. Maybe Lotus can find that out for us.
Maybe you should do some work for yourself for a change, instead of relying on other people to do everything for you. No comeback.
This from a person. You're down to person now. I'm labeling you as person. This from a person who just said he's got people to do the whole bathroom for him because he doesn't have time, even though he spends, we know the schedule, the whole daytime at the gym, eating out somewhere for lunch, thrifting, then parking lot sleep.
That's my only time for myself.
The whole day is for yourself.
When I'm not, and then other times it's the kids are home, so doing stuff with them, where I'm at work.
You get the whole day to yourself, is what I'm saying.
I don't get the whole day. I get like, there's my dog. Paz, close the door.
You get between 8 o'clock till school lets out 3:30.
I don't know how your dog is, but mine's like a little bulldog. When he wants into a room, he just bashes the door with his head till it opens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they do.
All right. Time to wrap it up.
Is it time to wrap it up now?
Mm-hmm.
That's it for you?
That's it.
I think since everyone's been waiting to get in, we should have a post show, a wrap up show. Figure out what happened with Joe today. What's been going on with Joe? We'll diagnose Joe. We're seeing a curve the last few episodes.
Since you want all the attention, you can do that. You can keep talking.
What else is happening today?
I've got stuff to do before I pick the kids up from school.
What is going on today?
I just got stuff to do. Sorry. It was a good chat. It was fun. I only got angry once.
Oh yeah, you did.
What are you doing the rest of the day? Why did I have to wait till 12:30 to do a record? What happened?
I wanted to eat my lunch, and just because you
could have ate it while you were talking to me.
Your fingers.
I had my lunch while I was talking to you.
It's because you snap your fingers does not mean that it's going to happen exactly when. So I had stuff to do. I'm getting my whole kitchen and bathroom redone. I'm getting graphite everywhere. That's the new thing. I hear that's good.
Yeah. Well, you know what I found the other day? When I picked my daughter up from school, I always check to see if she's got her glasses in her bag. So I'm going through her bag while I'm in the school ground waiting, and my spare set of Honda keys are in her side pocket of her school bag.
Oh.
What do those cost to replace?
Oh, big time. Big time.
I'm looking in there. I go, they must have fallen in there. She wouldn't have put them in there, but I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't lose those.
So they were probably in there for like 2 days. Good.
All right.
Thought that was funny.
Okay.
All right. So what are you doing the rest of the day?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Kev.
How's it going?
All right. There you go, Bill. You can talk to Kev. And
it was good talking to you.
You can talk to Kev and have a good post show.
Oh, come on. Joe, I have so many questions for you.
I'm going. All right,
I can't
Billy.
even ask you one question?
No.
Not even one?
Sorry, man. I'll talk to you anytime you want in person, Kev.
I did. I sent you a DM. You never responded. You're the DM guy. That was going to be my first question. Why didn't you respond to my DM?
I'm going to hear about this for the rest of the week now.
So I sent you a DM. It said, Joe, I'm in the live chat. Can I be on your show? Oh. And from you, I got nothing.
No, my Twitter wasn't open. That's why.
Sorry, But you're supposed to be the DM guy. Like, you're anytime. You're open.
Yeah, I will. That way I'll reply to it. Won't be right away, though.
Oh.
I don't need, because my Twitter's not set up to notify me right away. I don't need that in my life.
Will you please yell at Kevin the way you yell at me, please?
Why? What's he done to me?
He does yell at me all the time. I hear it. I don't even have to be here and I get yelled at.
Oh, that's out of love, man. Come on.
I am kind of curious. I don't want to spoil it, but I am kind of curious. Like, why am I on your mind all the time? It just seems a little weird. Like, I'm sitting there listening, and then all of a sudden, like, you guys are arguing, and all of a sudden, I get shrapnel. I'm getting hit. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm not even there.
It's like a reflex action, I guess. I don't know.
I'm your reflex.
Well, that just proves I listen to Fandango, out of respect. And, I hear the occasional jab, so I just make a mental note to...
Oh, we never jab you.
To jab it back.
No, we would never jab you.
Oh, I guess it must have been some other podcast I was listening to.
Hey, did Bill just drop out?
Where's Bill?
I'm here.
Okay.
I just wanted you two to have your own time. And
You're trying to outdo
Bill loves the attention.
Rocket Sauce, right? You're like, yeah, I could do the switches on the fly too.
This fucking guy. I don't want any of this, and he loves it.
look at Joe, I'm sorry. It's just people were really asking hard if they could say hi to you. And
Yeah, no one was asking, let me tell you that.
I was clamoring to be on because this is like I've never seen you guys record in the middle of the afternoon, so this might be the only time I can get on.
Hey, why aren't you at work?
Oh, that's classified. That's classified information.
Hmm.
I cannot divulge that.
What
Maybe
room
if
are
you
you
send
in?
me, yeah.
What room are you in right now?
This is the back room. If you
Oh, okay.
back room.
Is that your new converted PC room?
Well, a couple of years ago, I guess I switched things around in here, but yeah, I guess so.
Hmm. No, I thought you recently moved some stuff around, and I couldn't remember.
I'm always moving stuff around. I really wish I wouldn't, but
Sounds like you got too much free time.
yeah, sure. Yeah,
Maybe you need to do a renovation on your house.
I am very good at managing my time. That's how I would put it.
All right.
Managing time.
Very good.
all right, Joe, are you gonna
Yeah.
let us have? Is this it for you? Are you gonna quit now that
gotta
I did
bounce.
this to
gotta
you?
go. You can stay on.
Will we be back next week?
Do whatever you want, Bill.
Will we be back next week? Or are you gonna hold this grudge now?
No, we'll be back. What are you talking about? I don't know what
Happy
you're
New
talking
Year,
about.
Joe. It's good talking to you.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year, Kev. Good seeing you.
Okay. Is it just you and I now? Is he seriously gone?
I let him go.
I'm gonna something else.
I'm gonna hear about that for a long time. All
Is
week.
this still the show, or is it just you and I talking now?
No, it's still the show.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, did you hear about Paul Sadlin?
Oh yes, I did.
What people don't know, Paul Sadlin was like this car. I don't know if he's a used car salesman or he had like a legit car business, right? Not that used cars salesmen aren't legit, but like a what do they call a dealership? He had a dealership, right?
I don't know if I can talk about this.
Oh,
Actually.
really? Because is he a sponsor? You're not allowed to say anything.
Paul Sadlin is one of the biggest money guys in Barrie.
Yeah.
He just got the sponsorship for our major arena in town.
Oh,
That's now the Sadlin Arena or whatever the hell. He has
No.
sponsored major additions to the hospital, that kind of thing. And yeah, he's always been a major player in Simcoe County for sure. And yeah, he's an old guy, 87. Got himself into a little trouble, allegedly.
Yeah. Well, he's one of the guys too that what makes it more interesting is he opens up his, like, he does those cheesy car commercials, but he opens up his family. You know, he puts them on display all the time. He's he's got the son and the daughter who work in the business and the wife, and then always the grandkids, and he puts them on billboards and all that stuff. So he presents himself as the family man. So it kind of makes it a little more interesting when the alleged sexual scandals come out.
Yeah, I was pretty floored by it. It's crazy. 87. Well,
Yeah.
I'd heard. No, I don't want to say. I'm not saying anything more. I can talk to you more off the air.
Okay.
But yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah, he's a big dude in the county.
Yeah. Well, every time you drive through Barrie, you see his billboards everywhere.
Yeah, Cadillac dealer now. That's what.
Oh, is
Big
that what he
Cadillac
does?
guy.
Okay. I try to remember what he was back in the day when I was working in Barrie. He had some dealership. I can't remember what it was for. But yeah, Cadillac, that's a step up from where he was.
Yeah, well, I don't see many caddies on the road nowadays, and they certainly don't hold the same water they did back in the day. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Scotty recommends a Cadillac.
No, like Cadillacs they're just expensive to fix, right? So anytime they break down, you're going to be paying somebody top dollar, paying through the nose for that repair. So it's not a good idea to get one of those unless you're, you're only going to have it for a short time, then you can lease it and then get rid of it. Lease a brand new one and then get rid of it if you don't mind paying. But as soon as they start breaking down, that's it.
Yeah. That's prime Scotty script right there.
That's right. Yep. I listen when he talks.
Yeah, damn you for that. Because I'm stuck watching like 5 Scotty videos a day.
That's good.
And the guy needs to calm down on the videos. Holy mackerel.
Listen, I think he's almost at 3 million subscribers now. So all the power to him, man. He can do his thing. It's not my thing. It's not the way I would do stuff, but he can do his thing. And
he has live chats too through the week.
Yeah. And then he takes those live chats and he cuts them up and he makes a show out of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to do it.
Hey, there's a guy on YouTube I've been watching. I don't know if I've talked about this before. Young guy. I think his name is Ron Finger. That's not supposed to be funny. That's not.
I like the name. I like it.
I forget what I think he goes by like Finger Productions or something like that, or Put a Finger on it. I don't know. His last name is Finger.
Okay.
And he's a young guy, and his whole project, he's had a YouTube channel for a while, and he's done stuff like he fabricated an Iron Man helmet, or he repaired a motorbike or something. So he's got mechanical abilities. In no way he's a professional mechanic or anything.
I think I've been like one of his videos would have been pushed to me.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
His chief thing is this Fiero he dug out of a field.
Yeah. Okay, I did see that. I saw parts of that. It's like a 9-part series or something like that, right?
Yeah. We got to wait like 7 months between each episode because it's done in real time. He's not like, I got to pump out a video every day so you can see every little thing. He works on it for 6 months, all the while cutting together his story at the time, and then he'll pump the video out. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure he has no television experience or anything like that, but every episode is like a masterclass in storytelling. It's just he just does it so well. There's people that just fall ass backward into a talent for things. He just has a talent for storytelling and presenting his build in a way they're like half-hour episodes, and when you see a 30-minute episode, go, but they fly by. It's just so well presented. It's this kid, and it's just great.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get over that. How I went to school to learn how to do these things and gather these skills, and then there's people that just do it naturally, and they're so much better than you. I'll admit, it took me a while to get over that.
For sure. Yeah,
it's the way it is.
And he's brought back the art of the voiceover. Like all of his videos are voiced over. He'll appear, here and there, but it's mostly voiceover, and voiceover has got a bad rap in the last 10-15 years or whatever as a crutch to storytelling, but the way he does it is just, it's awesome. It's very soothing and tells the story perfectly. Just watch his videos, man.
Okay. Well, I saw the series, the Fiero series, and it was really long. So that's really just what has kept me from jumping in. So, but
and even the last episode, I think, is number 7 or something. And if you were to just do 7, like, you don't have to go back and watch the first ones. He'll do a recap off the top. Okay. But I bet you if you just watch that 7, you'll go back and start plowing through them and then begging for the next one.
For more. All right.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down. Episode 7. I just finished all the Columbos, so now I got some free time. Every episode of Columbo.
You're talking about your time management, and it is enviable what you managed to accomplish.
I am very efficient. I don't waste any time. Except for today. I wasted a little bit of time today.
You not only watch the shows we all want to watch, you play the games we all want to play, and then you somehow read the books that we all want to read. You get all that done.
I disagree. I am way far behind on all my television shows. I have not watched many shows. I've still only seen season 1 of Stranger Things. I've been meaning to get back to that show. The Expanse. I keep hearing stuff about that. I haven't got to that. On the PVR upstairs, we have It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the last season of South Park, and there's some other show sitting on there. I like, when it comes to television, I'm so far behind. It is ridiculous.
I had another guy this week say to me, "Hey, have you heard about this Expanse thing?" I'm like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm definitely starting that."
I think Sarah and I are going to start that today because we just finished Columbo, and even though we have the shows on the PVR, it's just I got to start this thing just to see what's up. And plus, I'm paying for this Prime membership, so might as well get something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get something back.
I think with the Expanse, it's because when it first came out, it appeared on one of our Canadian like cable channels, and to me, it just looked like one of those cheapo Canadian sci-fi shows.
Yeah,
that would have very poor values, and that stuck with me. But people are saying it isn't that way. It's the good stuff.
well, and apparently Bezos is a big fan of it, so
Mm-hmm.
I imagine he put some money into the latest seasons because apparently he picked the show up on season 3 or something like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
Have to see. I got the same impression too, though. I thought it was like another incarnation of Stargate or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I did hear, and this was announced last year, but I just heard it recently that they are going to another Battlestar Galactica is coming out on NBC's new over-the-top system, which debuts this year at some point.
Mm.
And it's not a reboot. It's going to live beside the other Battlestar canon. It's going to live in that canon. So, but as far as I've heard, like Trisha Helfer's not involved with it. So I don't know what it's going to be without the old regular Cylons in there. I don't know.
Yeah, because if it takes, are you saying like when you say it, like it's taking place at the same time as, or is it in the future or in the past or?
I don't know, but it'll be in the canon.
It's
not like a reboot.
Yeah, because if it takes place at the same time, then yeah, it would have to have all the same Cylons. But if it takes place after, then they'll come up with something. Like they changed the model. The old models didn't get the job done or something like that.
Oh, right. I was trying to remember how it ended. I really can't remember.
It was a disappointing ending. I don't know if I should spoil it. I mean, it's an old show. I don't know if anyone's going to watch it.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyone's still listening after Joe had left, after Tom Cruise is gone. But
I don't know if you should spoil it.
Should I? Okay, I won't say it.
No,
but it was disappointing.
It's one of those shows that I still try to talk people into going back and watching.
Still worth watching. I mean, I'm talking about like the last 15 minutes of the last episode was, kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah. But the journey to get there was fantastic.
Yeah. Just watch the first season was so good, man.
The first season was definitely the best. I mean, it was only 13 episodes, I think. And that was when they were just constantly on the run from the Cylons. They were just constantly moving, and I wish they would have stuck to that 13 episode format. But I think the show was sci-fi in the States, and they kind of got greedy and they opened it up to that 26 episode format. So you had a lot of episodes where the commander's son is like trying to solve a murder and see what happened. Like those kind of waste of time episodes when you just want to get to who are these Cylons, what's going on, kind of thing. Like you just want to get to the good stuff, So, but overall, it was a fantastic show.
Too many Ensign Kim episodes.
Yes, that's right.
And then they had the writer's strike. I think things really didn't get back on track after that.
That's right, yeah.
It went in weird directions.
Yeah, I think they were digging up old scripts and stuff and trying to find ways around not really writing, but, I don't know. It went through some weird phases, but the whole series was worth it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Before we wrap up too, I just want to, if Lotus is still listening, Lotus, I just want to mention to you that I have an old PC as well, 2011 PC, Asus PC, and it still gets updates from Windows. It came with Windows 7. I got Windows 10 for free, and I still get updates. And I still use it every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true. My now that the big kid got a new computer, her old, she had like a really crappy, it was like more of a jazzed up tablet kind of. I don't know if it was HP or whatever, but it's old and crappy. And so we're passing it on to the little kid. And I thought, well, I better get this thing going, see if we can get a profile or whatever. And it immediately wanted to start updating Windows 10 on this thing.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, stop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if you can handle Windows 10, but it wanted it. It was still trying to push these updates. So great point.
Yeah. Microsoft was really bad for that for a long time, where they would stop supporting XP or whatever, and they wanted you to move on to Vista, which was a complete mess, and then move on to 8.1 and all that. But then, when other companies started updating, like Apple, started updating older computers, Windows started jumping in on that too. And they've gone overboard now, and they just update everything. Like if you have an old Windows 7 thing, no problem, we'll give you Windows 10 for free, which was unheard of before. So good on them for doing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, geez, even my phone, I got a Samsung Edge 7 that I'm still happy with.
Yeah, me too. That's what I have, the S7. And I know people keep telling me that I don't get updates for it. People who don't have the phone keep telling me, no, you don't get updates for it, but I do. And it's not just carrier updates. It's updates from Samsung. The last one I got was before Christmas. So I've always maintained that the Apple computers and Apple brands, they are good products. It's not that they're bad. It's not that they're worse than the PC. It's not that they're worse than Samsung or Android or whatever. It's just that the amount of money that they ask for them is incredibly high in comparison to what you get. And you can get, PCs and Android phones at higher specs than Apple products for a lesser price. And all you're really paying for is that Apple branding, nothing else. Now, in defense of your daughter, I remember being a teenager, and I remember having parents who would constantly, any sort of branding or anything like that, they would be like, oh, who cares? Who cares what kind of shoes you wear? I remember you had to have Levi's jeans. They had to be red tab jeans, Reebok or Nike shoes. Anything else was, you were picked on, you were, it was, you had to follow suit. If you didn't, then, it's just a constant torture every day about what kind of shoes you wore or whatever stupid thing it was. So I do understand where your daughter is coming from when it comes to that stuff. And the fact that she pitched in her own money, that's pretty darn good. So
yeah, she's willing to make the sacrifice for sure. Well, money she doesn't have yet. She's working it off.
Right.
So I'm like, so you're willing to not get any more money coming in until this is paid off.
I understand that. That stuff is important to kids, like I had these struggles all the time with my parents. Like one of the things was like on a day like today where it's minus, 15 today, Celsius, well, -8 right now. But, my mom would force me, like she would just make it incredibly difficult for me to leave the house without wearing a pair of long johns. And no matter how much I tried to explain to her that I have gym class and I can't go into the change room with a pair of long johns on, it can't happen. And, she'd be like, but it's cold, you can just change your underwear and all that. It's like, I'm born in December. They sent me to school when I was young, younger. Like I was going to, like some of my classmates were like a year and a half older than me. And these guys were like, they were men, they went through the change already. And I had like, scruff. I can't, it's just, I'm leaving the house in regular underwear. I can't wear long johns. I can't do it. And it was a battle every day. So I do understand. I understand the branding thing and all these things that you have to do sometimes. So I get it.
Yeah. No, when she saw gaming computer, she said, What? Am I going to be one of those people who sits in the cafeteria in front of their big gaming laptop with their big headphones on, playing games, looking like you look right now in the screen?
That sounds like good times with me.
Yeah, I'm like that. They're having fun.
Yeah.
What? Come on.
But that's not what her friends are doing. That's not what they're into. So I get it.
Teenage girls.
Yeah.
Teenage girls. Yep. So, anyways, all is well now. She's happy.
That's good. Good to hear. Glad everyone's happy over there.
Mm-hmm. So, day off? What's going on?
That's classified. I'm telling you right now.
Jeez.
I cannot say. I'll tell you when we stop recording, but I cannot say right now.
God damn it!
I'll just say I was in the car when because I got you on a bell now. It notifies me when you guys go live.
Holy!
So I'm like, oh man, I better get home for this so I can get in on there. And I get home and it's like, no, we're not taking guests anymore. Like, this is it. That's my one opportunity. I can get in and talk to Joe. And he didn't want to talk to me. He's got to fix his toilet or something, I guess.
All right, he's gonna be pissed all week. Oh well.
Oh well.
All right.
It wouldn't be STCPod if Joe wasn't that way. You know, it would be just another boring podcast. He makes it exciting.
Yeah, but then when I talk to people in private life who do listen to the show, I get that. What's up with Joe? Why is he so? What's happening?
It's that give and take kind of thing. It's just you got to accept Joe for what he is.
Now, when we first did this, he was so excited, and we had people on, and it was reinvigorating. And I thought he was happy. And then, no more. I can't be myself.
I don't know if I should say this, but maybe you just don't want to. No, I'm not going to say it. We'll talk after.
Well, thanks for popping in and hanging with me on the wrap-up show.
Oh yes, yeah, that was great. This used to be
times.
our Retro Fandango wrap-up show, but I guess now you guys have gotten big enough. Oh, and I should congratulate you on your award for Podcast of the Year.
Oh, right. We kind of just skimmed right over that, eh?
Yeah. Now I know you didn't win this year, but it's been so long since I've been on. 2017, I believe you won. That I never congratulated you for that award. So,
thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
We should bow our heads to the champions podcast of the year 2 years in a row. Polykill podcast.
Yes.
2 years in a row.
Congratulations, Polykill. You and your many fans.
Many fans.
Keep voting for you. It's very nice. It's not demoralizing at all. I remember there was a time where it was just Retro Fandango. That was it. It was the Cartridge Club podcast, and there was just Retro Fandango.
Oh boy!
And then I heard STCPod, and I'm like, you know what? We should bring these guys in. Sure, bring them on in. Yeah. And then the floodgates opened, and everyone came in, and then all my listeners disappeared. They had other shows to listen to every week.
Oh God!
But it's okay. I'm not bitter. Not bitter at all. It's all good. I'm happy for you guys. Really, I am.
Hey, I still listen to Retro Fandango all the time.
You're one of them. You're one of them.
Yeah. Not the last one, though, because it's movies I haven't seen yet.
Oh, yes. You definitely want to watch those movies for sure before you listen to that episode, because those movies are really good and we spoiled them.
I'm looking forward to the Christopher Guest episode because I love Christopher Guest.
Oh, yeah. I keep meaning. Do you want to be on for that one? I'll put you on the spot right here.
It's soon, though, isn't it?
It's within this month. This is a long month. It's one of those weird, like the month starts in the middle of the week and ends in the middle of a week. So there's a lot of weekends in there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say yes.
That sounds good.
Thought of it, but yeah, if you want.
No, I was going to reach out to you guys and say, hey, Christopher Guest guy right here.
Yeah.
But you know what I do to the Fandango episodes I appear on.
You kill it. You kill the series.
They sink. They sink pretty fast.
That's okay. I don't think a lot of people were clamoring for the Christopher Guest anyways. But I just really wanted Richard to watch them to get his opinion of them because I think he'll like them.
Oh, it's comedy, and a lot of it is absurd comedy. So I don't know if he'll, but sometimes he gets that.
Yeah,
I don't know,
because he does like Monty Python, and that is very absurd. I actually have a theory about Richard, if we have time.
Please.
I think that his thing with comedy is that he really needs jokes. He needs a setup, and then not necessarily a punchline, but just a setup. He needs a really good setup and then payoff with things. He can't just have funny things happening, and that's kind of what Adam Sandler does.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler just does funny things. He doesn't really set up jokes that much, and I think that's what turns him off of those kind of things.
That's a screwball comedy.
Yeah,
like Airplane.
Well, Airplane and the Naked Gun stuff, like they will set up jokes, right? Like if you think like what Adam Sandler does with Happy Gilmore and the fight with Bob Barker, there's no real setup there. That's just a funny thing that happens, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then in the Naked Gun, it will be, Priscilla Presley walks up the ladder. He looks up the dress. He says, "Nice beaver." She pulls down a beaver, says, "Thank you. I just had it stuffed." That's like a joke. There's a setup. Her going up the ladder, you're looking under, you're thinking one thing, they say another. That's a joke with beats and everything. So I think that's what Richard responds to, and he doesn't really respond to just the funny stuff. He needs that setup. I've been thinking a lot about him over I manage my time very well. And part of managing my time is thinking about Richard and how his mind works.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
It sounds like it makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the wild card where he just voxes it. He goes in with the sense of not going to like it.
No. And, or he'll come out with like, I watched the Joe Pesci movie this week and I want to recommend it to everyone. You're like, Joe Pesci, where are you coming from with this? So, it's the aloof co-hosts that we have. Yeah.
Now, for the Christopher Guest episode, though, you're not doing Waiting for Guffman, though, right?
No, yeah.
And that's the one to me. That's the one.
That's a good one, too. I wanted to do the music ones because I thought Richard would find the music ones funny. So we're doing a Mighty Wind and This is Spinal Tap, which surprisingly he's never seen. And then Best in Show, really, that's my favorite. It's Fred Willard just knocks it out of the park on there. But I don't know if he's going to like Fred Willard. It's going to be interesting to see.
Well, here's a headline for you, too. I have not seen Spinal Tap from beginning to end.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is your opportunity to watch it from start to finish. You are missing out. I think there's a lot of stuff in there that you would like.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Mighty Wind. Yeah, that's a great one. And the music is good.
Yes. Music's fantastic in that in the Mighty Wind. So I think he will like it for that reason.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. I had a bunch of questions for Joe. I there's so many things I wanted to ask him, and I was curious about so many things, but you didn't want to talk to me. So.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You never know what the next week will bring.
Yeah. Well, next week you guys might be calling me up.
That's right.
To ask me about a Switch or something.
That's true. See?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's a wild card. That's what makes the show interesting. So you gotta take it and leave it as well. And take what he can give you.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of STCPod, your Start to Continue podcast, brought to you by StreamYard, the streaming service that we are using right now, that our chief technical advisor, Lotus Stark, has brought forward to our podcast, and then others have stolen from us. But that's what happens. So
We stole it from Lotus.
No, he works for us, so he's part of the team.
Lotus. We steal from
He's
him.
the team. So
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait.
if you want to comment about this episode or any other episodes, you can go over to cartridgeclub.org, look for us in forums, where you'll find us and other podcasts out there, like Kevin's podcast, Retro Fandango,
Yeah, that's
or
right.
Kevin's other podcast, Quick Save Club,
That's right.
or Kevin's other podcast.
Just those two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we do Film Dangos with Fandango, if you want to count that as a third.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Look for me appearing on a new retro Film Dango sometime in the future. That'll be exciting.
Sometime this month, yeah.
And don't forget, guys, it's a new year, so there are new In the Q Doghouse episodes happening on YouTube every week. It's happened. They're back. Guest starring Range Hood.
Yeah, did you see that one with the Range Hood, the new one?
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't think they were standing in front of it. I think that was a deep fake.
Oh,
I demanded Eric in the next episode to like hit that Range Hood because I want to make sure that's actually there.
Wow.
Something looked fishy to me.
That is controversial. I was gonna, give them a little hint that maybe they should add a little bit of backlighting to themselves, pop them out of the background a little bit more, but
it looked
maybe
very flat.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that's what was happening.
I think so. I think it was all deep faked.
Keen eye.
Mm-hmm.
Keen eye from Buried on Mars. Okay, that's it. Thanks everybody. Thanks Kevin for joining me, and we'll catch you next week. And hey, you want to say it, Kevin?
Sure. Post it and post it.